Emily had always prided herself on being a devoted wife, but lately, things in her marriage to David had started feeling stale. David was a hard-working man, dedicated to his job and responsibilities, but somewhere along the way, the spark between them had dimmed. Emily found herself craving excitement, something beyond the predictable routine of her life. One evening, while off for drinks with her friend Lisa, Emily confided in her about her feelings. "I just feel like David barely notices me anymore. It's like we've become two people just living in the same house." Lisa sipped her cocktail and raised an eyebrow. "You need some adventure, Em. Something thrilling. Something that makes you feel alive again." Emily laughed nervously. "And how do you suggest I do that?" Lisa leaned in and whispered, "Ever heard of hiring an actor? Someone who can make you feel like you're in a whirlwind romance, without any actual consequences." Emily stared at her friend, intrigued yet hesitant. "You mean like someone to pretend to be a lover?"
Lisa nodded. "Exactly.
"It's all arranged. No strings attached, just a performance tailored to make you feel wanted again." The idea lingered in Emily's mind long after their conversation. It felt wrong, yet the thought of being pursued, adored, and seduced even for a short while thrilled her. Eventually, she made the call. A few days later, she found herself in an upscale hotel lounge, nervously waiting. Then he arrived. A tall, confident man named Jake, with striking features and an easy charm. "Emily?" he asked, his deep voice sending shivers down her spine. She nodded, and he smiled warmly, slipping into character immediately. Jake played his role perfectly. Over the course of the evening, he made her feel like the most desirable woman in the room. His compliments were effortless, his attention undivided. He listened intently, touched her hand lightly at just the right moments, and laughed at all the right times. For those few hours, Emily felt young and alive again. The arrangement was clear, nothing beyond a performance. But Emily found herself caught in the illusion. As the night ended and Jake escorted her to the elevator, she hesitated, feeling a surge of emotions she hadn't expected. But before she could act on them, Jake gently squeezed her hand and whispered, "Remember, you deserve to feel this way every day." His words echoed in her mind as she returned home. She stood outside her house for a moment, staring at the life she had built with David. Guilt and longing swirled inside her. She realized she didn't need an actor to feel loved. She needed to rediscover that love with her husband. That night, she climbed into bed beside David and, for the first time in a long while, reached for his hand. He looked at her, surprised, but squeezed back. "Everything okay?" he asked, half asleep. Emily smiled softly.
"Yeah.
"I just missed you." David kissed her forehead and pulled her closer. "I missed you too." As she lay in his arms, Emily vowed to rekindle the romance in her marriage. She had sought excitement elsewhere, only to realize that the real thrill was fighting for the love she already had.